thank you to our generous sponsors, Tracks for Africa, Leert, Yamaha Adventure Rentals, and our accommodation partners for coming on board this very exciting project. Craig and I have already moved on to the second book in the series, the Cederberg and the Karoo, and we are very excited about delivering it to you.
And thank you to those of you who have already ordered this book. More than 100 copies have already been shipped around South Africa. So if you want to get your copy of the Garden Route book and the new pre-order of the Cederberg and Karoo book, have a look at the link here below. Go online and order your books today. And if you've enjoyed part 1, you're about to enjoy part 2 even more. Thank you so much. Refreshed from the full day's rest in Addo Elephant Park, we start our journey back west into the World Heritage Site known as Baviaanskloof. Baviaanskloof is only featured on Route 3, as it's very technical and you will need to be an expert off-roader to undertake this route. You will need a 4x4 or 2x4 with high clearance or an adventure bike to comfortably negotiate the technical portions of the various passes and river crossings. If there has been a few days of rain, the river crossings may be too deep to get through on a motorcycle, and if you have booked accommodation inside Baviaanskloof, you might not get there. Please note that you will need approximately 5 hours to get through Baviaanskloof. Even better is to do it over 2 days and enjoy all it has to offer. For motorcyclists, it's best to book into the Ripple Hotel in Patensie and check the river levels before venturing into Baviaanskloof the next day.
Located in the farming town of Patensie, en route to the Baviaanskloof, the Ripple Hill Hotel is a 3-star establishment with a rich history where travellers and locals alike come together to enjoy traditional small-town hospitality accompanied by great food. Accommodation is reasonably priced and comfortable. Fresh fish is brought in from neighbouring Jeffreys Bay, and the slow matured steaks are the owner's pride and joy.
The important thing to understand about Baviaanskloof is certainly the river crossings. I mean, Baviaanskloof is a technical ride, very steep passes up, steep passes down, quite a rough road, but what makes Baviaanskloof a really high graded ride, like a grade 5 if you were to grade things out of 1 to 5, 1 being all tar and 5 being really hardcore adventure riding, it's the river crossings. Now, river crossings are generally quite easy because they're flat concrete, but some of them are bouldery, some of them are loose, and some of them, like this one I'm going to show you now, have got beautiful smooth concrete and suddenly broken concrete on the one side. Now it's okay in these conditions. There's very little traffic going through here this time of year. We're in February. We're February the 13th at the moment during the week. So the water is crystal clear. You can see the bottom of the concrete. But now what happens when you come through and there's been lots of other traffic and the water's murky and you can't see that? And there's been rain and it's a little bit deep. So maybe it's up to your axles. So you can see the concrete is nice and smooth, and suddenly 3/4 of the way through the concrete is broken, and hey presto, we have a pothole in the middle of this water crossing that's at least 15 centimeters deeper than the rest of the concrete. So this can pose a potential threat. If you're coming through on a motorcycle and you hit one of these edges, it could stop you or could deflect your tire enough to make you fall in the river crossing, and that's definitely what you don't want. You want to be able to get through the river. You want to be able to find the smoothest line. Even if you have to start on the right and move across to the left, check it out. It's always better if you can see the water. But if it's murky and you can't see, then you're going to have a problem. This is what makes Baviaanskloof one of the most challenging rides. Baviaanskloof Road, which is the R332, traveling from Patensie to Willow, has a section of about 120 kilometers of incredible valleys, multiple river crossings. It's just the most incredible adventure motorcycle route that you can actually get in South Africa. It's tough going, it's hot, it's sweaty. That's why I'm riding without sleeves. It's just something that you have to do at least once in your life, but you better be prepared for it because it's not an easy ride. On the western side of Baviaanskloof, after the Sandparks control gate, we stopped at the well-known Baviaans Patstal for a quick bite to eat. With very few facilities in the Baviaanskloof, this is a popular stop for all adventure travelers. We spent 2 nights on the western side of Baviaanskloof to explore the area, staying 1 night in Speekhout Treehouse and 1 night in the Makkedaat caves. On the exploration day, we travelled back 20 kilometers to the Waterkloof guest farm to explore the magnificent Waterkloof hike. The short 3-kilometer walk takes you deep into the awe-inspiring gorge.
And we're now at the start of the Waterkloof hike. And it's probably somewhere between 36 and 40 degrees. Just entered the cliff itself. My word, what a difference in temperature. It was so humid up until the time that I walked into this space, or that we walked into the space. These incredible rock faces, waterfalls, fresh mountain water, just gorgeous. Literally is a house built in these massive trees. It's just absolutely beautiful. There's this incredible braai area behind me. There's this little deck. Okay, I'm making my way up the stairs now. Oh, this is just magical. There's this gorgeous little princess fireplace in front of me. Oh wow. It's just wood and branches and this fabulous double bed, this incredible view, it just is delightful. This is a little kitchen area behind me, and I'm now going to make my way into the bathroom and toilet area. Wow, outdoor shower. Oh, this is just mystical, absolutely beautiful. Taking a few steps upwards to the second bedroom that sleeps 4 people. Hiking, swimming, bird and wildlife watching are amongst the many activities available at Speekhout. Take time to relax, unwind and take in majestic mountain views and gaze at the endless and incomparable galaxy of stars.
Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a race.
alwynbak kan 10 mense slaap. Dit is ten volle ingerig met beddens en komberse en eetgerei en braaiplek en 'n lekker stort, warm stort. Al die grotte het spoeltoilette en het gasgeisers, so jy kan lekker warm gaan stort. En alles dis volledig ingerig. En die lekker van die alwynbak is dat hy nie deure en vensters het nie. Jy het 'n 4x4 nodig om bo op die berg te kom, maar dit is waawyd oop en jy kan kyk hoe die sterre skyn en hoe die maan opkom.
After leaving the Makkedaat caves in Baviaanskloof, we headed through the Nivea Pass and up to Willow.
Time to borrow today.
If you're doing Route 1 and 2, then the overnight stop is at the Willow Historical Guesthouse in Willow.
Good day today and not tomorrow. There's no time to buy.
Both Route 2 and Route 3 travel west along the R407 gravel road parallel to the breathtaking Swartberg Mountains to Classroom. There you will meet the tar road, the N12 to Prince Albert.
It's a good day today. It's a good day to live.
The Karoo Lodge in Prince Albert in the Clan Karoo is a very well established bed and breakfast and offers everything in the way of a wonderful guest house experience. The property has been owned by Elsabe and George for 21 years, so they are very well versed in hospitality. We received an incredibly warm welcome from Elsabe yesterday. The rooms are fantastic. They are very, very spacious with coffee and tea making facilities, a mini bar fridge, air conditioned, a lovely little terrace. All of the rooms are en suite and we had a very comfortable rest here last night and a fabulous breakfast this morning of eggs, bacon, tomatoes, toast, yogurt, orange juice, coffee. It was wonderful and we really feel well rested and ready for the next leg of our journey. It's been a wonderful stay at Karoo Lodge in Prince Albert.
Today we're standing in one of the most amazing passes and certainly one of the most well-driven passes and ridden passes in the Western Cape, and that is the magnificent Swartberg Pass. Now in our routes book, the Swartberg Pass is included on route number 2 and route number 3 because these are routes that contain easy gravel and of course a lot more technical gravel. Now, strictly speaking, virtually any type of car, unless you've got really low profile tires, can drive through Swartberg Pass. We always see cars, we always see SUVs, 4x4s, any vehicle can get through Swartberg Pass. You don't need any 4x4, it's not incredibly steep, it's very windy and twisty, and of course it is very narrow, so you do have to take care in every single one of those blind corners because you might get someone coming around the other way. Right now where we are on one of these viewpoints is the center of Swartberg Pass. We're at one of the main viewpoints where you can look to the Prince Albert side and you can look to the top. And of course you can see into Baviaanskloof, which is DHL, which we've included on route number 3, which is for advanced motorcyclists and of course 4x4s. Because DHL is a very, very difficult road. It's a very technical road, very rocky road, and it's very steep right towards the end. You go down 400 meters in 1 kilometer, and then you're in the bottom of Baviaanskloof in die Hel. And then there are multiple river crossings. There's soft sand when it's dry, there's mud and water when it's wet, and there's several stream crossings to get there. So it's definitely only for advanced riders and for 4x4s only. Don't try to do Baviaanskloof or die Hel, which is halfway through Schwartberg Pass, in a normal vehicle. You may be able to do it in an SUV if you know what you're doing, but certainly for advanced motorcyclists only. And the length of time it's going to take is going to be 4 hours. It's 2 hours in and 2 hours out. So in Route 3 you'll find die Hel, Baviaanskloof, and in Route 2 as well you'll find this in our book. You can include it in Route 1 if you want to, although Route 1 is specifically 100% tar, but you can mix and match from the various routes, just making sure you're not overdoing it and you're not choosing something that's too difficult.
Leaving Karoo Lodge, we travelled back through the majestic Swartberg Pass, then stopped for a quick coffee break at Makkedaat. We then followed the Makkedaat road through the Groenfontein farming region, winding its way all along the base of the towering Swartberg Mountains to Calitzdorp, and onwards over the Swartberg Pass to Swartberg Lodge.
The sky so far away tonight, but I can't lose this one, get a pride of a falling night. Thought that I was fit to fight for us to be. You gave me life for loving me. Tell me, where did we go so far, but I can't lose this.
We're at the very beautiful Swartberg Lodge in the Van Wyksdorp region. There is accommodation for all types of budgets. There are the loft rooms, which is more sort of backpacker basic style, and that accommodates up to 50 people. The self-catering cottages, we are staying in one of them, and they are absolutely lovely, well equipped, beautifully decorated. We enjoyed sundowners on the deck last night and watched the sun go down. It really is a very special place, very peaceful, very tranquil, a lovely menu, top-class cuisine, and just a really great experience. There is something here for everyone. There's accommodation here to suit everyone's budget and a number of activities that can be enjoyed. I would really recommend a stay of at least 2 days. There are hiking trails, there are mountain biking trails. There is the opportunity to watch bird life and enjoy wildlife right on your doorstep.
Reluctantly departing the charming Rooiberg Lodge, we nipped into Van Wyksdorp to drive by the colourful Van Wyksdorp Mall. Then took the gravel road back to the Route 62 with a deviation ride into Seebeweekspoort, a favourite among bikers and gravel travellers alike. Being a port and not a pass, it's totally flat the entire way through and maintained with good gravel suitable for all vehicles. As we head back on the Route 62 towards Berrydale, we had to stop at the world-renowned Ronnie's Sex Shop, a roadside lunch stop and quirky pub.
The Karoo Art Hotel's catchphrase, "Keeping it country, keeping it funky," speaks volumes about this gem of a country hotel situated in the heart of the Clan Karoo village of Berrydale. The eclectic and vibey hotel bar is a popular meeting place for locals and guests alike and offers an extensive range of award-winning South African wines. Take your pick from one of the 15 ensuite rooms, each with jazzy character and vibrant colours. The Gallery Restaurant, aptly named for the vast collection of artwork on display, provides fabulous local cuisine, guaranteed to satisfy even the most discerning diner. I'm standing with my sister Michelle Berry at Mes Karoo Kitchen in Berrydale. Michelle, please tell us a little bit about what prompted you to start Mes Karoo Kitchen and give us some of the highlights.
Just having fabulous people from all over the world here. On any given evening there might be French, a bit of Russian,
A real mix of
people and just
Fantastic.
lovely people from all over the world. So it's been that sort of cosmopolitan feel.
And Michelle, what made you decide on a Mediterranean
Cuisine.
menu? Yes.
So the Mediterranean climate and
Really
the
works for this
Mediterranean
area.
products made for the kind of food that we serve. But then we also delved into a bit of Mexican food, and of course we do a lot of local traditional South African food.
And you've done a lot of fusion food, haven't you? So you've combined a
Yes.
little bit of, typical Karoo cuisine together with Mediterranean food, and that's worked really well.
We do play a lot.
Overnighting in Barrydale and being so close to one of the most fun passes to ride, we took a quick blast into the Trudeau Pass. For bikers, this is one of the most popular passes to ride when travelling to and from Barrydale. The next stop was Montague Vine's Guesthouse in Montague, so we decided to do a quick stretch of 63 kilometers along the Route 62 directly to Montague.
We arrived in Montague this morning in the Western Cape and we checked into the beautiful, beautiful Montague Vines Guesthouse. I'm actually standing in this manicured garden of the Guesthouse and I'm totally blown away by all the nature around us. This gorgeous dam in the background, a beautiful splash of colour in the garden, and the accommodation itself is really top drawer, incredibly comfortable. Each room has its own theme, beautiful decor, very comfortable, coffee and tea making facilities, mini bar fridge, a lovely splash pool, and then several areas dotted around the property where one can enjoy sundowners or coffee or tea if you don't want to be confined to your room. You are surrounded by so much beauty in the way of mountains, manicured garden, a dam, a beautiful swimming pool behind me, and just a fabulous place to unwind at the end of a long day of travelling. Relax in the spacious breakfast room or on the terrace and enjoy a beautifully presented hot and cold breakfast. With the addition of freshly baked croissants, charcuterie and a selection of local cheeses and homemade preserves, breakfast at Montague Vines is quite unforgettable.
In our route book, Route 1 in green and Route 2 in blue both run from the Lord Mulna Hotel in Makkedaat to Montague. Route 1 remains on the tar whilst Route 2 in blue deviates onto the gravel from Toes River. The route travels through the spectacular landscapes of Swartberg Pass and the Baviaanskloof Pass descending into Montague. Leaving Montague, we chose Route 1 and rode it in reverse heading up through the fruit-producing Koo Valley and the scenic Cuisine Valley, before joining the N1 highway to Makkedaat and the historical Lord Mulna Hotel.
On the periphery of the Great Karoo, the Lord Mulna Hotel is an authentic tribute to Victoriana and the heart of the Makkedaat village. The 15 classically styled ensuite rooms are tastefully decorated and homely. Enjoy traditional Karoo cuisine and fine wine in a Victorian setting in the hotel dining room, filled with antiques characteristic of this period. The lively bar is a popular meeting place where guests can enjoy drinks to the toe-tapping tunes of the local legend Johnny striking the old piano keys. The famous Red London bus tour is a not-to-be-missed occasion as it takes a slow 10-minute excursion through Makkedaat, highlighting the many places of interest and quirky backstories.
Our final back road en route to Cape Town took us over the old Baviaanskloof Pass, with towering rock walls and feathering waterfalls overlooking the incredible Paarl winelands. All 3 routes in our book start and finish in the city of Cape Town at the well-positioned Dolphin Inn Guesthouse on the Muley Point Esplanade. Its ideal location allows easy access to the MyCity bus routes and is only a 10-minute walk from the bustling V&A waterfront.
The Dolphin Inn Guesthouse is a colourful seafront property in Muley Point, a stone's throw from a variety of restaurants and attractions. The rooms are equipped with free, uncapped Wi-Fi, a mini bar fridge, tea and coffee making facilities and televisions. The deluxe suite has a kitchenette, ideal for self-catering, and a balcony boasting spectacular sea views.